I just talked about this book the other day, but we have a release date now and a new promo that I want to go over. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about I'm Not Starfire, the new young adult book that DC Comics is putting out soon. In fact, it comes out July 27th. So look forward to that live stream on the 31st because we're going to go through this whole book. Oh, it's going to be glorious. This is a terrible book, terrible idea. It's not going to sell. Nobody's interested in this. And it's going to be hilarious to watch it fall off the charts within 1 week. I'm going to laugh. I'm sure all of you will too. But let's go over this. So here's the tweet that DC Comics put out, promotional tweet. If you noticed, the only people that can reply are those who at DC Comics mentioned in the reply, which is nobody. So they're getting quote tweet ratioed, basically. I didn't even know this was a thing. But so it's retweets and quote tweets going past your likes, I guess. The rules for this on Twitter, I always thought it was hearts versus comments, but I guess there's other things. So they put this out. Looks terrible. It's a whole. I can't play the clip. I'm sure it would get copyrighted, but it's the story that I've already told, and I'm sure you've already read about. Basically, Starfire's daughter, who is a chubby goth girl that's also into chicks because comics. She is fighting this woman, and her mom is captured for some reason. They have her costume in here. Look at her costume. I'll blow this up a little bit. There's her costume. They make sure you can still see her belly because it's modern comics. I mean, I really wonder why manga is outselling comics. Who knows why? Or who could know why? But what's funny here, though, are the quote tweets. People are roasting the shit out of this book, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Look at some of these memes. We've got people just roasting this. There's barely any positive comments for this. What in the actual F? There's always a good sign when a brand locks. Always a good sign when a brand locks their own replies, which is true. The memes are the funniest ones. This is the author of the book. Don't go bother or anything, but it's very obvious that the character's look is inspired by the author. That's called a self-insert, which is what a lot of comic book creators do nowadays in the mainstream. They self-insert themselves into the book. Because for one, they don't have the talent to write multiple different characters and have different personalities for the characters. It's always default checkbox personality, or they insert themselves into the material, which you're not supposed to do, by the way. I suppose some people might do it subconsciously, but these people do it because they have no talent. Now, I will say Marika Tamaki can be a talented writer. She's improved drastically. So I don't want to sit here and, throw tons of negative criticism at her because she can write. Her Wonder Woman run was really good. Her Future State Batman book, The Dark Detective, was pretty good. And her current Detective Comics run is pretty good. I'd say out of a lot of the writers that have jumped on to modern comics in the past couple of years, she's one of the most improved. So I do want to put that out there. But this book is a self-insert book, and the chains and shackles are coming off from editorial, and it looks like it's allowed to be as woke as they want it to be. Let me show you. There was one meme in here that I thought was really funny. Check this out. Here it is right here. This would have been a better cover. Here's a picture of Starfire. Right here. You wouldn't know this if you only watched that Titan show. And then there's a picture of her daughter. Oh, Danny DeVito. I thought that was really funny. That's pretty much all of the comments, too, by the way. Completely roasting this to the ground. But like a lot of people have said in the quote tweets, all 554 of them, they're growing every minute. People are going to roast and ratio this to hell. And that's because they turned off the replies. It's always a great sign when they turn the replies off on a product, right? Remember when they did this with Gotham? What was the name of that book? I forget, but it was like Bruce Wayne. It was like basically Crazy Rich Asians, but Batman. and they all lived like it was like a romance between Bruce Wayne and Catwoman, and they were in high school. I can't remember the name of it, but it was awful. I know we roasted that on a live stream too once, but yeah, here you go. So DC Comics making it worse for themselves. If you were going to post this, you should have left replies on, but since you didn't, like, it just looks even worse. It looks even worse now. Like, you know you're putting out a bad product, and that in itself is kind of a problem. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And as always, I will see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.